Air raid sirens are sounding for a second day across Ukraine as Russia continues its barrage of missiles. At least 19 people have died and more than 100 hurt in an attack in Kyiv and across Ukraine. The government there said that residents should leave their homes as soon as possible. Ukrainians are remaining defiant. There's already cleanup going on and people really trying to get on with their lives as best as they can. Skylar Henry is live in Washington with the latest. He joins us right now. Skylar, what can you tell us about the scene in Ukraine tonight?
Well, certainly, as you described, very much many people throughout the region looking to try to pick up the pieces, if you will, following these deadly airstrikes, if you will. But here, happening earlier today, the president, as well as other members of the G7, met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. They had some dialogue earlier today talking about what Ukraine needs in order to stave off some of that Russian aggression. And it's simple: air defense systems. That is something that President Zelensky said that he needed. We also know that this is something that he fears will escalate even further as Russia continues to attack many parts of that country. Now, the G7 put out a statement earlier today essentially saying that they will continue to do everything in its power to provide as much support as possible, both militarily and financially, to help Ukraine in this war against Russia. But we know that this is the second conversation between President Zelensky and President Biden just in the last 2 days, talking about things that they need. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is actually in Brussels right now, meeting with other NATO leaders, working to try to get as much military equipment, if you will, to Ukraine as fast as possible so that they can help in their war efforts.
Skylar, I know that G7 leaders condemned Russia's attack, saying that targeting innocent civilians constitutes a war crime. Have they said anything else about that or touched on that again?
Yeah. Right. Well, this is something that will be taken up by the United Nations, but we know that this is just the latest in a long list of war crimes investigations that have gone on since this war began earlier this year. There have been confirmation of mass graves and other atrocities all across Ukraine. So this is the latest as part of their investigation. What we will see now is if this actually or if this does constitute for an additional war crimes investigation. And so we'll see what will happen in the next few days, if not weeks, in terms of that investigation. But of course, they have condemned what we've seen in Ukraine thus far, obviously looking for any measure to try to de-escalate the war. We also know that the G7 put out a statement today talking about additional economic sanctions that they will put not only on Russian entities, but individuals as well until this war ends.
All right. Thank you, Skylar Henry, reporting from Washington, D.C.